how exactly does this help me with this? Well, lots of ways. Where do you begin? I think upmost, and more than anything, is the total unconditional love and respect that they have for you. He doesn't look at me as a broken person, doesn't look at me as anything other than somebody who he would quite happily throw his life down for. And to be honest, I'd do the same for him. And I think that's it. It's very rare you get a bond with an animal that's that close. And it's not, like I say, it's not just Sully. It's if you treat a dog right, you've got a friend for life, and not just a friend. You've got a protector, a comforter, a stress relief. Just takes everything. They're in every aspect of your life, and they just make every aspect of your life far, far better than you ever thought it could be. Now, I know some people might be thinking dogs are a pain in the arse, and they can be. They can be a right royal pain in the arse. But if you accept them for what they are people. They're not people, obviously, but they basically are little personalities, little people who have their own little foibles, their own little traits, their good habits, their bad habits, their way of communicating, their little things that they do that no other dog does, that only you know about. You can look at your dog and you know what they're thinking, and I'm sure they know what you're thinking. Anyway, I'm digressing a bit. How do they actually help? Well, for me, and I can only go on my personal experience, obviously, for me, he calms me down. He knows when I'm on one. He knows when I'm spiraling. He knows when I'm not in the right place. And he'll come and he'll sit next to me. He'll put his head on my lap, or he'll lie next to me, or he'll go and get his toy just to get some kind of, get me out of whatever hole I'm in. And he helps me out that way. Also, like I was talking about earlier, the companionship. I know I can go to him no matter what mood I'm in. And I know 100% I'm going to get a warm welcome. He's going to be glad to see me. His arse is going to be wagging like fuck tail, going 10 to the dozen, knocking ornaments off everywhere, hair flying everywhere. But that's him, that's who he is, that's what I like about him, and that's that he just cheers me up. Every time I look at him, he just cheers me up. And then there's the exercise. You can't just sit and look at him and go, I can't be arsed taking him out today. Whatever, I'm not feeling it, I'm whatever. You can't, because the way he looks at you sometimes, or the way dogs look at you, oh, come on, mate, pull your arse out the fucking couch and let's get going. There's balls to chase, there's shopping trolleys to be scared of. Took him through Morrison's car park the other day, and somebody had left a shopping trolley in the middle of the car park, not put it back in the little shed things that they have. And he went down, his hair went up, and he was doing the whole crawly thing, get closer and closer. He was about 2 feet away from it before he realised it was an inanimate object and it wasn't going to attack us. But that particular day, I wasn't in any great mood to take him for a walk, but that put me in a brilliant watching him do it. And he thinks he's doing it, he's going to protect me from whatever this is. It just, they make you happy. Well, they make me happy. That's what I'm going to say. And if you think this is a bit weird, the way I'm sat cross-legged on the bed because it's pissing down outside, and the shed, it sounds like the cat and hot tin roof. It's mental. But anyway, so I'm in the bedroom. Yeah, so got off train of thought, lost it then. Yeah. So the exercise part of it, and he's got me out. He's got me, and that's the other thing as well. He gets me talking to people. You can walk past another dog owner and moan, and I'd reluctantly give the old sort of carry on. But if they stop, what do I do? Do I carry on walking and look completely rude, or do I stop and have a bit of a chat? And you go, oh, lovely dog you've got. Yeah, great dog. How long you had him? How old you are? Blah, blah, blah. And you go through that, but it forces me. I have to do it because of him. He does that for me. There's also I'm very, I nearly said scared, very apprehensive about going to places that I've not been before, even just walking or whatever. But he loves new places. He loves going to new places. And I'm lucky enough to live in an area where we've got a massive country park, which I am going to be going in very soon. So you'll look out for that. And he gets me interested in things. What's he smelling? What's he sniffing? He just brings me out of myself, gets me out of that horrible funk that you can get in sometimes. And the other good thing is they cause you to have a routine, which for people who suffer from anxiety, and that is a good thing. Routine is a great thing because I've got to get up, got to get out of bed, got to get him out, get him, and especially if I'm at work, I've got to get him up, get him out, get him walked, come back, quick brew, off to work. That's on my work days. On my days off, I'm lucky enough to work 4 on 4 off, so I get 4 off on my days off. He has no concept of time. He doesn't know it's 5. So he's waking me up at 5 in the morning. Come on, you're supposed to be up. You're supposed to be out. Come on. And I know some people might think, Jesus Christ, 5 every bloody morning you're up at that time. Yeah, and it's a good thing because you get the whole of the day lying in bed, rotting away, thinking bad thoughts, having bad thoughts. It just get up, get out, get up. And it's the way. And he needs that. He needs his routine as well. If I go out slightly out of our little daily, thing, or I don't, he doesn't get his food at a certain time, he's up and he's telling me, food, come on, stop being a bell end, get it sorted. That's what he is. That's what he does. And I spoke about before about the companionship and the friendship. There are things, this is going to sound very weird. There are things that only me and him know. We have a little laugh together. It's like when my missus, bless her, goes in the kitchen and, she might drop something or whatever. And you'll hear, oh, God's sake. So he looks at me, I look at him, and we know. I don't even have to say anything, just look at him and look, give him that little look and he knows, go and get me ball, we're going out. Or when he does that with his paw on my knee and he looks at me and does the whole sideways glance thing. I know instantly what he wants. He doesn't have to be able to speak. There's that bond going on. And I'm not saying he's not close with the missus either, because he is. But that's the other thing as well. He treats us both differently. He knows with me, he can play rough arse. He knows what he can get away with. My missus is a bit more stricter than I am when it comes to, his discipline and stuff. And he can be a proper pain in the arse. I'm not saying he's a saint by any stretch of the imagination, but, I let him get away with a bit more than she does. So he knows what he can get away with her. He knows, while I'm at work, don't don't be mucking about, because he'll just get shoved in the kitchen, which he hates. He doesn't like being away from us. So yeah, there's that as well, you know. But when we're together, it is like we are like a little family. It's got to be said. And it, you know, I think it's helped her as well, because sorry, I'm crapping my eye, because she suffers a little bit from, you know, anxiety, and she worries about stuff. Well, we all do, you know, and he's always there for a comforter, especially when I'm at work. She used to worry about being on her own, but, you know, not with that big hairy bugger about. And I think just the act of, you know, stroking a dog, it's so calming and peaceful, and there's nothing I enjoy more than just lying back on the couch. He's laid next to me, and you stroke him, and you can. It's just nice. It's good for, even if you don't suffer from anxiety or stress or whatever. It's very, very calming, very mindful. It's good. It's good. So I'm not saying a dog is the answer to all your problems. They're not. As I've said before, they can create a few problems as well. Sorry about that. I'm tired today, didn't get much sleep. Shoulders still playing me up. Well, at least I'm back at work. Yeah, so, in summary, dogs are great. I think Ricky Gervais sums it up best.
The greatest thing on the earth, a dog. They're amazing. They're magical. It's the closest I get to spirituality, just watching a dog. They're beautiful. They've got soul. They're amazing. They're brilliant.
So that's, you know, sorry I'm not out and about as I should be, but it's still difficult to take him for a walk and film at the same time. But I'm hoping next week we'll be there. So, right, I think I've waffled enough. Thanks for listening, and please do, if you can, like, share, comment, subscribe. It costs absolutely naff all, nothing. And, you know, I say at the end of most of my videos, it's your life, do what you want with it. You don't have to do what I tell you to do, but please, you know, just click a button. That's it, done. Don't cost you anything. Maybe leave a comment. Tell me about your dogs. Tell me about how they've helped you, or how they've not helped you, or if you dislike dogs, you prefer cats or rats or mice or whatever. I think just pets in general are a great thing. Anyway, said enough. Thanks so much for watching. Sorry again, we've not been outside and I've been waffling, but there we go. And you will see me on the next one. Bye for now.